Hi students, Mr. John here. Today we're going to talk about themes and different possible defenses against particular attacks. Okay? So, Chase is going to grab me with a two-hand lapel grab. Now from here, he can basically do three things. He can pull me, he can push me, or he can hold me in place. Now, we never want to try to fight his strength. So we want to feel his energy. If he pushes me, I want to go back, settle my base, get low, make sure his elbows are straight so I can hyperextend. Twin kimono. All right. If he pulls me in, I want to be able to go in with him and strike. Okay. If he holds me in place, then I have choices. Okay. Now, as he grabs me, the first thing I need to do is get my balance. So I need to drop my weight. Now see what just stepping and dropping and getting my hips down and underneath me did to him, pulling him forward at the waist. Guys are extremely strong in the thighs and in the shoulders. Okay, but nobody has super back muscles in their lower dorsal lumbar. So if I can get him pulled forward, he's not going to be able to maneuver me easily, right? And if I pin his hands, the situation just got even worse for him. All right? Now from there, I have choices. I can punch up into the body. I can work on his elbows. I can hit him in the solar plexus. Okay? But the theme here, the concept is pin, get him off balance. We're balanced, he's not, and then we can do things from there. We get fancy. Okay? So let's look at some of our base techniques. He grabs me, gives me a little shove. I do twin kimono or kimono grab. I'm going to break the elbows, back fist through the body, hammer fist, take his arms off as I come through his eye and nose. All right, so that's where we're going to start. Then reverse a chop into his throat. So from here, pin, break, back fist, hammer, chop. From there, I can either get out or get in. If I go in, maybe I try the elbow to the head, make that sandwiching, hammer to the groin, turning my hips. So my exit is already set. Fire that kick into him, and we're out the door. All right, so one more time. Pin both hands. Now, when you pin these hands, I see a lot of this. People come over the top and they grab the forearm, which leaves him free to pull this out and punch you with it. What you want to do is kind of do an inward block across and pin both of those hands together so he can't get them back. All right, now I'm set. He's off balance. I can hit those elbows, drive him up as high as I want. I love the faces. Then back fist through the body, take away his breathing. This is a compound move now for advanced students. We're going to do the hammer fist and the block simultaneously, right through his face, hitting his eye, his nose, his temple, his jaw, whatever the target's going to be, and clear the arms simultaneously. Reverse the chop into his throat. From there, if we want to add the ending, we're going to step in, elbow to the jaw in a neutral bow, drop, reverse. Always want to change our height. It adds power and moves our head so our head isn't in the same space for multiple beats. Then from there, I'm going to pick up that heel, drive it into the target, and head out the door. Now, let's say he pulls me in. So what I want to explain here is, I want you to imagine a circle, okay, between the attacker and me. So between Chase and me, there's this imaginary circle right here. Now, my hands can either start in the southern hemisphere or in the northern hemisphere. All right? And what I'm going to do is really going to depend on my starting position. If my hands are down, I probably won't have time to come up over the top, pin, and hit him before he realizes I'm intending to do something and then starts to fight back. So we don't want to telegraph our intention. So here's our rule of thumb. When he grabs, my hands are down, I hit underneath. So So I'm going to take a dragon fist into that solar plexus. As this comes up, duck your chin down, get down on your knees, take that head forward. So you don't want him to pull you in and headbutt you in the face. All right? That's probably a fight ender right there, and now you're helpless. Plus you're going to the emergency room. All right, so this hand's going to come up, my chin goes down, my fingers are there, so if he comes in, I absorb a lot of the energy with my hand. Hey, maybe I'm lucky, I get my fingers in his eyes, which could end the fight real quick. All right, and I simultaneously hit his solar plexus with a middle knuckle strike. Now I can solidify my grab and come up top. All right, so then we come over the top. All right, so this is called raking mace. So as he grabs me, and my hands are down, this comes up like a windshield wiper, protects my face. As I hit him in the solar plexus, I solidify my grab, check him off balance, come down, and then I'm going to do a figure 8. Come down with a chop, and then an elbow. Hey, we can finish it up the same way if we like. Okay, so step in, protect your face, drop your chin down, drop your weight, get lower than him, hit him in the solar plexus, lock in that grab, hammer, chop, check, and elbow. Hammer, kick, and that sets your line. You're heading out the door. All right. Next, he grabs me. I don't always have to be defensive first. All right, so destructive twins, we're going to hit him on beat 1, which is my favorite thing to do. As he grabs me, bam, I just step right in, and I hit him in the solar plexus and in the nose. Then this is going to come down, knock that hand off, and I'm going to do an inward block, outward block combination to check his arms. Then I'm going to fire fingers up into his eyes, and then a punch to break his floating rib. All right, so I'm here, he grabs, I step in and punch, hit down, in and out. See how I checked him off to the side? Get his weight back on his heels. Spear to the eyes, now his weight's way back on his heels. That opens up that rib cage for the punch. All right, so let's do this a little slower and look at what's happening. So as he grabs me, I drop, I step, and I hit. Now, hitting him simultaneous. Normally when you hit somebody in the stomach, their head comes forward. When you hit somebody in the head, their stomach comes forward a little bit. So I'm going to hit both simultaneously, which should keep them right in place. Now, a lot of people miss this next step, but it's really, really important. You're going to take this and just do a horizontal, instead of our forearm vertical inward block, we're going to turn it 90 degrees and block down. All right, so as we hit that down, then we inward block that. Now see how his left arm is in his right arm's way? I've started turning him slightly. All right, and then I'm in a neutral bow. As my outward block comes out and under, see, turn to a forward bow, and you'll check him back into his heels and get that other hand away from him. Now my hand's right here, his eyes are right there, so I just take him out. Now from there, if you wanted to, you could just slide down the arm, check, punch to the rib cage, then you can go into an arm bar or crossing talon, or from there, reach up and do a takedown. Bump. Okay? All right, so there's 3 possible things you can do from a 2-hand lapel grab. 1 stepping back, where he's pushing you, 1 stepping in, where he's pulling you, and 1 where he's holding you in place.